have to say that's actually something else you taught me. In one of our recent conversations, you told me, Kathryn, engage to engage. And I would love to share about it because I tried it and it was wonderful. And what I say by that is that engage to engage. We talk about communicating with our team. We want our team to be our best communicators and speak that message to our patients. We want them to speak that message. We want them to keep educating patients, and we want our team to be excited about the lives that we change and the lives we improve. But at the same time, we need to engage them first before they become engaged to deliver that message. So that was a really big pivotal point that you changed for me when you told me engage to engage. I went back to my offices, and instead of putting up a PowerPoint and going over what a cavity is, or how do we replace a tooth, and why do we need to tell this to the patient, I engage them. I explain to them, hey, this is what a cavity is. This is what a gum disease is. This is how it can impact our patients. This is how it impacts the overall health. And then I told them, we change lives by making them healthier, but at the same time, we are smile makers and a confidence builders. And after talking to you, I started doing a series of morning meetings where I would tell them life-changing stories that patients experienced at one of our locations. So engage to engage was the best advice you have given me in order to deliver that message and to get my entire team excited about helping patients. And that's, if you can share a little bit, because you really changed the way I teach and inspire my team. And if you can share that wisdom with everybody else, I know they will appreciate it.
It's so important to just remind them that what they're doing has a profound effect on people's lives, but there's a professional responsibility associated with it, because we need to be talked into doing what we should do, whether it's eating right or exercising or saving money or taking care of your teeth and seeing a doctor on a regular basis, doing all of those things. There's a great message that means so much in terms of dentistry as well, is that a healthy person has 1,000 dreams, an unhealthy person has only one.
I love it.
And that's what we do. We are keeping them healthy by keeping their mouth healthy. We are a cornerstone. We are integral to their health, and they can pretend that it isn't, because teeth seem really tough and gums seem to heal and nerves retreat when they hurt after a while. But our job is to keep them healthy by taking care of their soft and hard tissue in their mouth. And that's how you can inspire the team.
I love that you shared that with me, because really marketing is everything. Everything is marketing, and engaging the team to deliver that message was one of the things that will make a huge difference for that message to be competitive on my locations. And that's sharing that message with my team and educating my team and engaging them on how they help patients to be healthier. That's what will help me to be competitive with a Disney cruise, with Las Vegas and Mercedes-Benz and all of that. So thank you for that. That's another thing that I'm super grateful to you for. Talking about teams, everything is marketing. Team is obviously one of our most important things we can do for marketing. When we talk about marketing, I always think about team being a crucial part of that process. We are short on help. And many of us don't have enough help and have challenges to hire people. In your book, you say that even if you have good people, engage them, keep them happy. But if you have a C team players, you have to let them go. Can you expand more on that?
Yeah, what we call the C player. You know, if you're ranking people as A, B, or C players, A players are always, they're doing a great job. They're trying to get better all the time. That's who they are. B players are not great at their job, but they're getting better at their job, and they want to get better at their job. C players are clock punchers, and they in the end, it's a job. It's not a calling. It's not a profession. Uh, you're not. They're not caring about the impact. And when you're building a team, when you're creating practice culture, you have to have everybody aligned and pulling in the same direction, or it's not fair to the A players. And when you have a strong culture that says, look, everybody's going to do what's expected of them, and we're going to be clear about what those expectations are. But overall, our job is to give the best care possible to our people and to support each other in getting that done. Not just saying, oh, I don't do that. That's not, I don't clean instruments. I don't pick up trash off the floor if I see it. That's not my job. That's the janitor's job. You should, I always look at somebody who can walk by junk on the floor as somebody who just is willing to do an average job of whatever they're doing. And so it's challenging because we had a bunch of people who retired during 2020 and decided not to come back. But this is a temporary thing where people are going to realize that the job that they switch to or staying at home is suddenly they're running out of money, or they're bored to death. Or they can't look at their husband for one more minute. And it's like, I got to go back to work. But I've always found that the dentists who create a great place to work never have staff problems. That in terms of they can always recruit. Because they have a great place to work. The dentist with high turnover, the dentist needs to look at himself or herself and say, why am I turning over staff? When I'll tell doctors all the time, if you got staff turnover at a certain level, it's time to start looking at you. And what are you doing? Get a coach, find out what the heck it is you're doing that is poor leadership. Because you're not building a team, you're not inspiring people, you're not expressing appreciation, you're not doing any of the things that make people happy to go to work. And obviously you want to compensate them, but you say, look, when this practice succeeds, you get bonused. That's how this business works. So that's why everybody needs to be a strong player on the team, or we really can't have you here. A lot of dentists get in this thing like, oh, we're like a family. It's like, no, don't be like a family. Be like a sports team. Okay. Family, you got to keep the idiot cousin around no matter what. But in a sports team, you got the right player in the right position all the time. And if they stop playing well, you replace them. Because that's what you have, and you owe it to all the other players on the team to put somebody strong with them. And it takes time to recruit, but it has to be a cultural fit. How people work together as a team is critical in the dental industry, because the team is doing so much to create that remarkable patient experience. And it's too small an ecosystem to have one or two people who are not pulling in the same direction, or not pulling their weight, or bringing in a bad attitude. Because all it takes is one person to turn everybody's attitude in the wrong direction.